Hello everyone, it's Sharon, and today we are going through my Friday faves and a possible poo, and I actually have several poos for you. Now this is the follow-up video to my Shop My Stash Sunday. I do these videos twice or every other week basically. So here's my review from my video 2 Sundays ago, so I will post that up in the eye and down below. If you haven't seen my Shop My Stash Sunday and you want to see everything that I could potentially be talking about, watch that video first. This is the review to that video. I've used these products for like 2 weeks and now I have thoughts about them. So I'm going to share those with you and then stay tuned for this coming Sunday because I will share my next Shop My Stash Sunday where I pick out makeup for the next couple of weeks. So we will go ahead and jump on in. I've drawn the winner for the giveaway from my previous video. I did a surprise impromptu giveaway for a makeup bag full of products, and I drew that winner, and I have contacted her today already. We are in communication. I have her information, and I will be mailing out her giveaway prize. So thank you all who entered. I appreciate you all and everyone who watches my videos. I love you guys. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So I have faves, fails, and I have a couple of like in-betweeny products that I wanted to update you on. There is quite a bit in front of me, so I'm going to go through it really fast. And just know that there's more in my drawer that I was just like indifferent about. There wasn't anything I wanted to mention. So if you did watch my previous video and you want to know about a specific product, let me know down below. If I didn't talk about it, I'll be happy to give you my thoughts. They were just ones that were like, I just didn't feel like I needed to say anything about them. So let's dive in. First thing I'm picking up here is from Benefit. It's the Box Blush in Dandelion. This is a really pretty pink blush. I've got it on today. I love it. This is the one, honestly, that I was reaching for over and over for the past 2 weeks, and I really like it. I feel like it goes with a lot of looks, and it's just a beautiful blush. It's great. I can't say really anything bad about it. So I've really enjoyed this. For bronzer, I picked out the number 7 bronzer in Golden Sand. And this one you will see looks extremely similar to this bronzer here, which is the Milani Silky Matte. Look at that. The colors are not the same. They're not dupes color-wise at all, but like packaging-wise, look at the pattern of the bronzer. It's like exactly the same. So if you are interested in either of these, honestly, if I had to pick the two, I think I like this one better and it's cheaper, although this bronze is a lot warmer. This is a very cool tone bronze. This is very warm, although I know they have a darker shade in this, so maybe I need to look at getting the darker shade in this. I did really enjoy this, but honestly, if I had to buy one of them again, I think I'd go this. The one thing I love about the number 7 bronzer is that I feel fancy when I use it. It almost feels like at the level of maybe like a Charlotte Tilbury. Maybe not the packaging quite as elevated as that, but it looks beautiful. I mean, it's shiny and metallic, and it's got a pretty pan inside, and I don't know. I just love the packaging for number 7 products. I think they do a kick-butt job at that. I feel like I'm really fancy when I use number 7 products. I have a primer. This I actually did not talk about in my Shop My Stash. I did pick up a few makeup products the last couple of weeks that I have since thrown in my drawer and been testing out. One of them is from Rimmel. It is the Stay Matte Mattifying Makeup Primer, and I got this because I leave for Disney World in like a week and a half. It's really close, and I wanted to use a mattifying primer because I know I will sweat, and I wanted to start testing that out and see what I like. And I remember back in the day I used to really like this, so I've been using this for about the past week, and I do like it. I could see myself taking this to Disney World with me, so this was definitely a fave. I think it really does work well, especially for the price tag. I could not stop reaching for this next product over the past couple of weeks. It's from Urban Decay. It's their 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Demolition. It is a deep brown color, and I have been using it to smudge in my upper lashes as liner. I have been loving that look recently. These are really creamy, smooth, easy to apply, and I can get a thin line, a thick line. It's just kind of however I, angle it and apply it. But I have been loving this for liner. I have it on my lower outer lash line as well, and it does great. It doesn't transfer, it doesn't smudge. It's just wonderful, and the shade is really nice too for just an everyday easy liner. Okay, I have a foundation fave. I'm not wearing it right now. I'll talk about what I'm wearing right now in a little bit. But this is new. Well, maybe not new, but it was new to me seeing it. I'd never seen it before. My Walmart recently started carrying Lottie London makeup, and they have a foundation. This is the Lottie London Velvet Skin Tint, and it's light to medium coverage. I got mine in light medium. I have really been liking this. I recently got a spray tan like a week ago because, like I said, I'm going to Disney in a couple weeks, and most normal people will get a tan when they're in Florida. Not me. I'll just burn, and I want to wear shorts, so I didn't want to be super, super white because I am very pale. So I do have a bit of a spray tan, so I'm wearing a darker foundation. So this wouldn't work for me right now, but before I got my spray tan, this was perfect. The shade was great. I really liked it for light to medium days. Honestly, I think it's more of a medium coverage. I used it with a beauty blender. It wasn't so runny that it would like soak up into a beauty blender. I just squirted it on my beauty blender, dotted it all over my face. It blends really nicely. It wears really nicely. This is definitely a win and something I will continue to use. I actually really enjoyed using this. And for reference, it does have like a dropper bottle. You squeeze it out. But yeah, it's not like runny. Like it's not gonna... You know what I mean? Some makeup products like this where, oh, well, there, I just dropped a few, but it took a minute. I had to really shake that. So I hope you see my point on that. Now that it's on my hand, I will blend it out for you a little. And it feels just so hydrating and creamy doing that. So I hope you could see there kind of how it blended out, but I just really like that. If you see it, like I said, I found it at my Walmart. It was maybe $10 or $11, and I really am liking it. For primer, I did have one that stood out over the other. It's from Rimmel. It's the Magnify Eyes. I really like this primer. It reminds me a lot of the Benefit primer that I love. Not Benefit, Urban Decay primer potion that I love, except this has a doe foot. I think the new ones do have a doe foot again. I really like this for the price. Drugstore primer works really well. So this has been my preference for eye primer the last few weeks. For concealer, I did mention I have a spray tan right now. It's on its last legs. I think I'm going to get another one tomorrow because the place I'm going has a deal for back to school where they're $7. So I'm like, I'll get another one before I go to Disney World. I'm going to get another one. Just keep them going until I go. But I needed a darker concealer, and this is one here that I had from a subscription box, I believe. It's from Dose of Colors, and it's in light medium 12. This was way too dark. I'll swatch it for you. For my normal skin tone, but for my spray tan, it's working perfectly. So I'm definitely going to hang on to this for when I have another spray tan. I imagine I'll probably take that to Disney World with me because it does match really, really well. So in general, I've been happy that I've had the spray tan because I can try this out because I really wasn't sure how I felt about it because it was too dark for my everyday. I couldn't try it, but I do really enjoy this concealer. It's got great coverage. You don't need a lot. It doesn't crease badly or wear badly throughout the day, so I would say this is a great concealer. Okay, now I had pulled out from Jordana my Sculpting Go Creamy Contour Stick. I do really like this. But then I saw when I was at Walmart that Hard Candy has a highlight and contour stick. This is very similar to one that NYX has as well. And I have been using this last couple weeks and I really like it. I haven't tried out the highlight side yet, but this contour side here is really nice. This Jordana one might be hard for you to find, so that's why I was so happy to find this one and like it. It's been really easy to use. I've just swiped it, in my cheekbones. I'm wearing it today. If you can tell, it's just a really light contour. Swipe it in my cheekbones, or under my cheekbones, the hollows of my cheeks, and I use just a duo fiber brush to kind of buff it out. And it's been working really great. So I really like that product if you've been eyeing that, and it was maybe $9. Hard Candy's usually really affordable. Okay, I have a couple of maybe products where it was it's not bad, but I don't know that it's a fave, but it's not really a fail, and so I wanted to address them. The first is what's on my eyes. It's one of the eyeshadow palettes I pulled out from Morphe. It's the 18T palette, and honestly, it looks beautiful when you look at it. Every time I see it in the store too, when I go to Ulta, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a pretty palette, and then I remember that I have it. I'm wearing it now. I'm actually kind of disappointed with the amount of shimmers that are in here because I'm a shimmer gal. So you've got one up here, one here, one here, one here. This one's kind of a shimmer, and this has glitter in it. I haven't even used it. And I wouldn't really say that's a shimmer. It's more like a satin. So, oh, and this is a satin. So you've really got 4, like what I'd call shimmers. And I usually like more than that. Honestly, there's a lot of mattes. So if you want matte shades, you go to town on this. You might really like it. I think the mattes perform really nicely. I've got this gold one as the primary color on my lid. And I highly doubt the camera is going to portray what I know I see. I see patchy shadow. When I put on the gold, it just felt like it wasn't pigmented enough to really cover the lid space. It just looked like I had to apply it several times to kind of cover up little patchy spots on it. This shade up here is pretty. I was going for gold today because I was just in the mood. The mattes I do like. Honestly, now that I've tried it, I probably wouldn't buy this again. I think I have a lot of these colors in other palettes that are better. For instance, one of my very favorite neutral palettes is the Ulta Beauty Everyday Faves palette. It's the Ulta brand. I love that. I've raved about it before. I've had it for years and I think it's fantastic. If I was choosing between those two, I would go with the Ulta one over this Morphe one. I just felt like this is underwhelming. It wasn't completely bad. It just doesn't excite me to use it. So that's where we're at. A mascara. I was able to get my hands on the new Essence Lash Princess mascara. This is the Curl and Volume. So you know I love the regular Lash Princess mascara in the green tube. This is one that has now an hourglass shaped wand. You know, they're just trying to mimic all those other brands with hourglass wands. And I like this. I'm wearing it today. I do have the Essence Lash Primer under it first and then this. I think it works great. It's a $4.99 mascara. You can't go wrong. If you like this style brush and you like Essence mascaras, you'll like this. I don't know that it is my full-on like holy grail mascara. I think if I was choosing between this and the regular Lash Princess, I'd probably pick the regular. But this is not bad at all. Not at all. I did like it. So if you are interested in trying it, go for it. I think it's pretty good. You probably won't be disappointed. Okay, next is the foundation that is on my face. It is the KVD Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm. I have mine in light 012. It's right here. This is one that I have applied with a flat kabuki like foundation brush. This one here from Tarte. This brush works perfectly for it. It kind of fits perfect in that pan, and then I buff it all over. I feel like today I got a little heavy-handed with the foundation. It's a little just heavy. But like I said, I've had a spray tan, so I've been needing to use darker foundations. And instead of going out and buying something, I was trying to use things I already owned, this being one of them. Also an Essence foundation that they don't make anymore. I had it in a darker shade that I really liked, but I didn't want to really mention it because you can't buy it anymore. This you can buy. I probably wouldn't buy it again. It says skin perfecting, and I don't know that I agree with that. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but this has highlighted every bit of texture on my face that I have. Not great. That's not what we want when we put on foundation. We want to hide our imperfections, not showcase them. I also feel like it has settled into my smile lines. Again, I'm not sure if my camera is going to pick that up or not. I made sure to not touch up before I started filming. I didn't powder. I didn't do anything like that because I was hoping that it might show what I'm talking about. And again, maybe I applied it a little heavy-handed today. I don't know, but I think it's thick. I don't think it's super great. Like, it's just okay. But considering I already owned it and it did match me better than any other foundation I had as my spray tan was fading, because you'll see that, like, it matches pretty good. It's not like dead on, but it matches pretty good. So I was happy to get some use out of it, but would I buy it again? No. If you like this kind of product, you might like it, but that's where I feel. I used several times the Momager palette by Kylie Cosmetics, and there is one standout shade in this whole palette, and it is the Vodka Tonic. I already have it swatched on my hand here. I love this shade. I think it's fantastic. I want to keep this palette just for that shade. I think it's the best thing in the whole darn palette. The two mattes right here that I would use for my crease are kind of the reason why I don't reach for this palette, because they end up coming across very gray, like too gray, like you look sickly gray. So for my skin tone, they're too gray for me, so they don't work out. I kind of feel like I need to pull in other matte shades to make this work, but that shade right there, I'm telling you, is like incredible. All right, we're on to the fails, so thanks for hanging in. We'll speed through these. A mascara. I believe I've talked about this before, but it was in my drawer, so I wanted to bring it up again. It's the Big Clean from Kosas. This came in the BoxyCharm or Ipsy, I forget which. Whichever one that collaborated with Khloe Kardashian. She said she loved this mascara. I don't know why. It's not bad mascara. The packaging is adorable. I love that it's heavy. You can tell it's an expensive mascara. It's got a curved brush, which actually I don't hate. I just don't feel like it did a whole lot, and typically it pulls out a lot of product. Like, it gets gunked up around the bristles, if you can see that. It just didn't do a whole lot for me. I feel like it's just like a meh. Like, this versus this is way better. This was a fail. I have a fail from Hard Candy, and I'm really sad about this one because for a little bit there I thought it was a favorite until I realized what was happening. And it's from Hard Candy. Like I said, it's the Stroke of Gorgeous. It's an eyeliner. I couldn't think what it was called. It's an eyeliner pen, and it's the brown shade. It's got a big long felt tip, and you know, it's a brown eyeliner. It's really nice. It dries down pretty matte, I would say. Not completely, but pretty matte. It is bleeding into my hand a little, but my hands are also really dry. This transferred under my eyes. I couldn't figure it out. I thought for sure it was the mascara I was wearing. And then when I did not wear this, but I wore that same mascara, I had no transfer. It's the liner. I tried it over and over. And maybe this won't happen to you, so maybe try it out. Because if it doesn't, if you don't have a problem with kind of watery-ish eyes or transfer, I think you'd really like this. It's affordable. It's a pretty dark brown color. Great pen, really easy to work with. Like, otherwise, I love this. It would be a fave for sure. But I tend to have my left eye water. I don't know why. It's never enough for me to notice that it's happening, but it's enough to disrupt my eye makeup if it's not a long wearing kind of eye makeup. So I will end up with transfer under my lower lash line here that I need to like kind of smudge away, and that's just annoying and it looks bad. And I realized this was the culprit, so I'm really sad about it because otherwise it's a complete fave. So if you, like I said, if you don't have that problem, try this. I think you'd really, really like it. All right, after using this Kat Von D Lock-It Lid Primer a little bit more, this is in tan, so it's a little too dark for me. Actually, right now with my tan, it's probably really good. Maybe I should try it again just for that. But overall, this is not a fave. I've kind of decided I don't like it. I like the concept of it, that it's a chubby stick pen like that. Really easy to use, to travel with. It's really dry, so I don't love that. Like, you put it on, it's really hard to like blend out. I feel like you need a lot. And yeah, I don't know that they even make it anymore, so I'm not sure it's super relevant. I just wanted to let you know that I did change my mind about this one. I think I said in a previous video that I really liked it. Not so much. Next is from Tarte. It's the Shape Tape Glow Powder. And, oh, I'm not sure if you could see that, but it's really powdery. It is a baked product. And I really wanted to love this. If many of you have watched me for a while, you will know that I love the Pure, like the Pure Cosmetics brand highlighter and Afterglow, but they reformulated it and changed it, and it's completely different. So I like the old one from years and years ago. Mine is so old I probably shouldn't even be using it anymore, but it's a powder, so it's probably fine. I wanted it to be like, I wanted this to be like that, a very natural, glowy highlight. Now, to be fair, this does not say it's a highlight. It does say it's a powder, so maybe I'm expecting too much of it because I was wanting to use it as a highlight. I have it on now. I just don't feel like it really did anything. I feel like it got put on, but there's no, you know, like usually you put on your highlight and you kind of like shift and you can see it, you know, shine on your face. Like, I'm not asking this to be a blazing highlighter. I just wanted it to be like glowy, and I feel like it's not. Now, maybe tell me in the comments below if you think I look glowy, because, and I only have it here, here, and down my nose. So tell me if you think my cheekbones look glowy. I didn't think so. So yeah, I don't love it, and it kicks up a ton of powder every time I use it, so I don't love that. I feel like it's messy. I got mine in the shade Sunlit. I would not recommend to any friend to purchase this product. Last product is from Peter Thomas Roth. It's the Skin to Die For Redness Reducing Treatment Primer, Shade Adjusting Sheer Tint, neutralizes, corrects the look of redness, hydrates and comforts with centella, something or other, blue, water, lily, and niacinamide. I don't think this did anything. I do have redness naturally to my cheeks. I don't have rosacea or anything, but I do get a natural pink flush to my cheeks, especially if I'm warm. Or I get some redness like on my chin. I just don't think this did anything. And I honestly feel like it was too hydrating in a way that it wouldn't set down. So anytime I had this under makeup, it made my makeup over top of it move and shift, which that's never a good thing. So I will not be using this anymore. I've tried other primers from Peter Thomas Roth that I really liked. This one, not so much. I think this was one that I got super cheap on clearance at Ross. So, I mean, maybe I got an old one. I don't know. It does say it has a 9-month shelf life, so maybe it was old. I should look up the batch number, but no, pass. All right, guys, thanks for hanging in there. We are all done with today's edition of Friday Faves and a Possible Poo. I hope you had a great week, or whenever you're watching this. And, yeah, I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.